Hello everyone, it is Jody here from Crown My Run, and my Garmin thinks I'm getting slower and slower. It says I'm declining, it's telling me to retire. So we have come to Alexandra Parkrun today to see if it's chatting absolute rubbish. We are 2 months post-London Marathon, and I thought I was slowly getting myself back towards PB shape until the last few weeks when Garmin just started rising that 5k prediction to now a 17:18, and I want to see if I can really try and have a crack at getting towards the low 17s to rubbish that predictor. I am starting off relatively conservatively, didn't put myself right on the front row, and I'm hoping and praying that I can do a couple of 3:30 kilometers to begin with and then just pick up the pace towards the end to dip below that 17:18. It does mean the leaders are well ahead of me already. After 300 meters I'm 10 seconds or so back, but I am around 3:30 per kilometer at the moment, and I'm very much enjoying it being a nice cloudy day. It's only 17 or 18 degrees. Still pretty muggy, but a lot better than it has been in the last month. Can that heat acclimatization really sort me out now that the temperatures have at least temporarily cooled? I got boxed in here for a few seconds, but managed to find myself an opening pretty quickly, and I am just currently trying to ease past people one by one, looking to locate a group that is going around 3:30 per K. And as I just scoot on past this lad, it looks like potentially this could be the group I need just ahead. The live pace up the top left is definitely slightly wrong in all this tree cover. I just have the average pace on, and it was around 3:30 at the moment, and I was quite happy where I was. Although, as I rocked up behind them, I just found myself moving through without really trying too much, which meant I knew I must be feeling pretty good. I wasn't trying to increase the speed at all here. I was just trying to keep it a nice, consistent effort, and that was taking me past people a lot quicker than I thought I was going to be. Maybe I have kept some of that marathon fitness, Garmin? But the GPS is really throwing a tantrum here. I promise I am not speeding up to 2:55 per kilometer there briefly, getting that excited at how good I'm feeling currently. But it is most welcome not to already be thinking about pulling out after one lap on a 2-lap course, like I have recently at the go-kart track Parkrun. And as we approach the end of this first kilometer, we're right behind Koros armband, navy top, first female, and we're moving straight on through. And it was here where I made the mental note that I wasn't gonna wait behind anyone for too long. I am feeling unbelievable this morning. It's one of those days, and I thought maybe my second fastest ever parkrun, a 17:03 at this very parkrun, could be broken. That is a reasonable departure from 17:18, but we can at least try. And with a 3:27 first kilometer, according to Strava, I'm sure it was a 3:30. We are currently on pace for a 17:14, and with my heart rate only at 164 now, hopefully plenty of wiggle room to push later. And as I said earlier, I was not going to be content just sitting behind anyone, letting myself just breathe a little bit easier for a few hundred meters. No, I was gonna move on through, move on to the next group of people, and get the maximum out of my body today. But the guy here to the right is putting up a reasonable fight, which is A-okay with me. That will just help that time get quicker and quicker. Coming up to the turnaround, you can see the 2 leaders going through there. There's 3rd place. Let's see where I am. 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10, 11, 12. I am in 13th position with a big load of runners not far behind. So we've got our 17:18 time goal, maybe now towards a 17:03, but we've also got a position goal. Let's see if we can get up to 5th position. And I would love it if you could like and subscribe to really support the channel to aid me getting up there as well. 1.7k, and the guy ahead, there's just no distinguishing features, and because I've been right behind him, I can't see his shoes, so he's going to be Parkrun man, but he has been running brilliantly in the last 500 meters, dragging me up to this group just ahead of us, going somewhere between 3:25 and 3:30 per kilometer, which is perfect, so I certainly wasn't settling at all, and we are very quickly approaching the end of this 2nd kilometer, and I still haven't quite hit 170 heart rate, which generally especially in the summer months, is just below my threshold. Parkrun man moves on through past Yellow Top. A bit breezy here as well. I do not need any second invitations. I'm straight there and through into 12th position. And we now move towards the original loop of this park run, and it won't be long until we are at the halfway point. And the second kilometer is in. It's a 3:29, pretty much precisely what I wanted to do before this park run. But I said earlier I was not going to bide my time once it started to feel a bit easy, and I've stuck to that. Through into 11th position. Parkrun man had done a lot of the work in the last kilometer. It was my time to take some of that heat, and I'm looking very racy behind Koros and 250 Parkrun. And it is not long until I'm putting a burst of speed and moving on past them into 9th position. I am not choosing the easy way today. I am choosing pain, but I hope that comes with a really quick time by the end. And I am now hot in pursuit of Green Top and Black Top just ahead of me. Now, there is the finishing funnel at the end that I will get to go into in a lap's time, but I've got to do it all again now. I'd also like to throw out some love to my boys ahead of me in their t-shirts. One day I'll wear a vest again, but until then, they're one of us. Closing in on them, and actually behind me, one of the reasons I was pushing pretty hard at the moment was because I'm pretty sure as I move into 8th position and a pigeon tries to commit suicide, I'm pretty sure Parkrun man was right behind me. His feet were incredibly loud and he was hounding me like a dog, and I had definitely increased my effort. 320 to 325 per kilometer. Heart rate now 174. I have reached my threshold and we are now ready to see what I am made of. And as that effort begins to rise, I would like to thank the sponsor of today's video, Invigorate Electrolytes. As most of you know by now, they have been helping me stay hydrated over the last 3-4 months, and it's been especially helpful in the last month during all of these heat waves, and there's another one coming next week as I move past Green Top. We are expecting a 3rd heat wave in the UK with 10 days potentially of temperatures reaching over 30 degrees. Simply drinking water is not always enough during these temperatures, and the 500 milligrams of sodium per serving sits right in the range endurance athletes often use to replace what's lost through sweat during longer or harder sessions. There's no sugar, no calories, no fillers, and they are just 25p per serving. And their ultimate 6-month bundle is still available with code CMR25. You can get 6 months of electrolytes for just over £33. The link will be in the description below, so thank you, Invigorate. Let's go catch this chap just ahead of us. As we approach the end of this 3rd kilometer, I just turned the sound up there briefly, and the feet of Parkrun man are right behind me still. That is me turning to my left to see him still there. I am working very hard to stay ahead of him now, and the live pace a lot of the time is around 320 per kilometer, which is well into sub 17 pace. And my Strava split was a 3:23. We have really stepped on the gas now. This is more like it after that pathetic 10k the other week. I'm hunting down 6th position, and we still have those aspirations of trying to get into the top 5. It's beginning to feel very uncomfortable now. A bit of a death swallow there, not quite a cough, as we gradually close on 6th position.
Okay.
Around the pond, trying to avoid some more suicidal pigeons here. And you can see Green Vest ahead of us. He's definitely trying to get away from us, but I am not letting him. We have 1 mile to go now, and I am prepared to enter the well in the name of passion. 3.5k, I'm creeping on up behind him, and I think I have lost the footsteps from behind me. I have finally broken Parkrun man, and I can fully focus ahead on Green Vest, who is not going down without a fight. In the last few hundred meters, I've not managed to get much closer to him, but now I am finally there, and as I'm here, I'm trying to go straight through. Don't even let him think about trying to stay ahead of me. And actually, that's more of a snakeskin vest, as I do go on his left-hand shoulder. Will this be a swift and decisive move, or is he going to put up a fight? No, it looks like the job has been done up to 6th position, but I am a long way behind 5th position. It looks. Those aspirations potentially look nigh on impossible, but I will give it my best shot. You know I will. And on the other side of the road, that is a Parkrun hunk. That is 5th position, and he's quite a way ahead of us. In that 4K, we had slowed slightly, but it's still a 3:25, bang on 17 flat pace. And doing some calculating, we need a 3:17 final kilometer to go quicker than 17:03 and a 3:14 to actually break 17. That sounds pretty tricky how I'm sounding now, and Parkrun Hunk is so far ahead of me that I can't see him to chase him down, to give me that extra bit of motivation. All that motivation just has to come from within. Come on, J Mills, do it for your lil crownies. Live pace 3:25 per kilometer. That's not gonna cut it, J Mills. 15 minutes on the clock. I've got 2 minutes to get to the finish line if I'm to get my second ever sub 17 and to well and truly call Garmin out for its bullshit. $500 meters to go. It's now or never. You've got to start your kick. 400 meters left, one loop of the park, and the pace is definitely coming up now. 3:10 to 3:15 per kilometer. Heart rate almost at 180. And actually, it looks a lot less busy than it was last time I was here. That may play a vital role. As I saw my watch approaching 16 minutes, I could see the finish line. I thought, surely I could get to the end in less than a minute. And I gave it everything I had. 3 flat per kilometer. If I can hold this 2:55, if I can hold this speed to the end, I've got a chance. And I'm holding it very well, and all of those incredible runners on the left-hand side are leaving a lovely space on the inside for me to dart into. Kicking so damn hard, 2:50 per kilometer briefly there. Less than 100 meters to go, back to 2:50 per kilometer. I've been holding 3 flat or quicker for much of this final 400 meters. The finish line is right there. 16:53 on the clock. It's going to be oh so bloody close. 56, 57, 58, 59, 17 flat, 2:45 per kilometer.
Oh, thank you. Oh my God.
And with a 3:15 final kilometer, and I have officially done a 17 flat, my second quickest park run ever. A shame it wasn't quite a sub 17, but I've shown Garmin who is boss.